Hi everybody, this is Michelle from Virtual Hand Care, and in this video I'm going to show you some of my top 5 shoulder exercises that you can do with a cast on, but we're going to do these laying down. So I do have another video where I show you 5 shoulder exercises that you can do standing or sitting. However, sometimes in the beginning when you first get a cast on, you can be a little uncomfortable, and starting out with exercises laying down can feel a little more comfortable for you. So hopefully you find either these exercises laying down or the ones standing in the other video. Hopefully you'll find either of these very helpful for you so that you can prevent shoulder stiffness and pain as you're waiting for your wrist or your hand or your arm to heal. So grab yourself a pillow and a mat, or just use your bed, and let's get started. Exercise number 1, let's go ahead and get comfy laying down on our back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put a pillow up underneath my legs just to make myself a little more comfortable. If you want, you can put the pillow underneath your head, but I prefer to lay flat because it really helps open up the chest and the pillow isn't kind of pushing our shoulder forward, but whatever's comfortable for you. So with this first exercise, we're gonna work on shoulder flexion. So what you wanna do is you want to first just kind of warm the arm up by slowly kind of punching up into the ceiling. You can do this with both arms if you want, or you could just do it with one arm. So we're going to warm up with this one and just do a good, 5 to 10 of these, just getting the arm nice and warmed up. Now, if you really feel this one, then this might be your exercise and you might not want to advance to the second part of this first exercise. But if this feels okay, then what you want to do is, as you punch up, now what you want to do is go up and overhead as far as you can go. So we're working on shoulder flexion, and come back, and we're going to go back down. Again, let's go ahead and punch up and go overhead into forward flexion. Hold it a couple seconds if you want. And back up and back down. All right, let's do a good 10 of these. Up and overhead. 1, 2, and make sure you're breathing. 3, 4, 5. You can do these a little slower if you would like. 6, 7, 8. Make sure the fingers are nice and relaxed. 9. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale. And 10. Good job. Okay, so exercise number 2, we're gonna work on bringing the arm behind our head. So that's gonna work on some external rotation, but we're gonna do that laying down and let gravity help us a little bit. So go ahead and get comfortable down on your back again. So with this one, you're gonna go ahead and bring your hands up and behind your head into some external rotation. Now with this one might be a little difficult to do because your arm and your shoulder might be really tight from staying in the internal and adducted position for a long length of time. So with this one, we're going to start by bringing the elbows up towards the ceiling. Hands are going to come behind the head if you can. And then we're going to come out into some external rotation. And we're going to hold this one for a couple of seconds, just kind of letting gravity stretch this all out. And then we're going to come back in, elbows pointing up and back out. Let's do a couple of these together. Ready?
In, elbows pointing up towards the ceiling, and slowly bringing those elbows out to the side and holding a couple of seconds and back up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, don't forget to breathe, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you can relax here if you want for a little while, just to feel that stretch out, as long as that's comfortable for you. You don't want any straining on the wrist or the arm or the hand. And back up, and then slowly bring those arms back down.
Okay, so for exercise number 3, we're gonna lay back down, and this one is gonna be the last one on our back. The next 2 we're actually gonna be on our side. This one, what we're gonna do is place the hand with the cast on over across your body on the opposite hip. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go kind of in a little bit of a diagonal motion, reaching all the way across. And if you can, eventually kind of just gently laying your arm on the floor or on your bed. Now, if you really feel a pull and you can't, what you might want to do is put a pillow or something to block your arm so it's a little more comfortable for you, so you're not just hanging out there. Ready? We're going to go across the body. So we're going to touch the hip, the opposite hip, and then go across the body in a diagonal pattern, eventually going a little bit up overhead, reaching. Now this one works on a bunch of different shoulder motions here. We're working on a little adduction and internal rotation, but then as we come up and across and reach and rotate, we're getting a little more abduction and some external rotation going in that shoulder. And don't forget, with a lot of these exercises too, we're also working on the elbow, which the elbow can get very, very stiff when you have a cast on too. So let's go ahead and do a few of these together. Ready? 1, and across, 2, you can hold a few seconds if you want in either position, 3, and 4. Don't forget to breathe. Ready? Inhale on 5. And exhale as you come back down. 6. Inhale. 7. 8. 9, and last one. Relax the fingers, or you can have the fingers open if you want. Let's hold that last one for a couple of seconds, whatever feels comfortable for you, really feeling that pulling all the way along the arm, the fingers, even probably into the chest. Hold a few seconds.
And relax it and slowly come back down. And that's 10. Good.
Okay, so exercise number 4. This one we're gonna lay on our opposite side. So in my case, I have a cast on my left wrist. I'm gonna go ahead and lay on my right side. But if you have a cast on your right wrist, then you would wanna lay on your left side. Now for this one, you can either prop up on your elbow like I'm showing you here, or you can go ahead and just maybe grab yourself a pillow or use your other arm just to kind of rest your head down, whichever is comfortable for you. For this video, I'm gonna go ahead and just prop up on my elbow just so I can show you the exercise better. So this one, we're gonna work on some abduction. We're gonna work on getting this arm up and bringing it a little bit higher overhead, and then we're gonna come back down. So when you're doing this one, make sure, if you can, in your cast, if your cast will let you, that you have your arm and your shoulder kind of rotated. So I'm not rotating at my wrist necessarily. What I'm doing is I'm actually rotating more at my shoulder. So basically I'm looking to get myself kind of in this more thumbs up position. So you don't want the thumb to be pointing down when you're doing this exercise. That's gonna cause a lot of impingement in the shoulder and not be very comfortable for you. So again, bring that shoulder, roll that shoulder back. And then what we wanna do is we're gonna go ahead and reach up overhead and go as far as you can go with this one. And back down. And again, we're going to reach, inhale, and exhale. Ready? Let's do a couple of those together. It's 1, 2, really feel that pull. 3, 4, 5. Now for these last 5, I'm going to go ahead and come down just to show you that one. So when you're down like this, you might feel that gravity kind of helps bring that arm down a little bit more. 5, 6, 7, making sure my shoulder's not up into my ear. There's some nice space between my ear and my shoulder. 8. And let's do one more. Good. And relax that one. Okay, so finally, exercise number 5. We're gonna stay on our side, but with this one, we're actually going to be bringing our arm more behind our back. So again, you can prop up on your elbow if you want, if that's more comfortable for you, or again, you can go ahead and rest on your arm down like this if you'd like. Now, if you do it this way, your arm is gonna come behind you, so you might not feel as much of a stretch, but maybe you will. So what you're going to do with this one is you're gonna go ahead and bring the arm back behind you, and we're letting gravity just kind of let that arm hang, and we're working on some of that extension, but also some of that internal rotation behind our back. And this one is good to just kind of hold it for a couple of seconds. Now you may not be able to do as many of these though, and that's okay. And then you're gonna come back and you can rest for a few seconds if you like. Let's do a couple of those together. Ready? So bringing the arm behind you, holding a couple of seconds. And back up.
And then you can also get a little more comfortable and bring your arm down at your side and do it this way. Now when you might feel a little more of a stretch. And back. And again, bringing the arm back behind you. And back up. Let's just do 2 more together. And 1 more. Good, and relax that.
And of course you would want to do about 10 to 15 repetitions of all those exercises, but I would do them a couple of times a day so you can help prevent that stiffness and achiness from setting in that shoulder. That way when this thing comes off, you are ready to really work on the wrist or the hand and won't have to really worry about that shoulder. Now let me know in the comments below if this video helped you. If you did, please give this video a like, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. And if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to check out these videos here that YouTube is suggesting for you. Thanks for watching.